Greetings fellow Vita fans, and once again I'm coming at you with another exciting video. And it's that time again everyone. Time for us to cover some more import friendly Vita games, yeah! Can you feel the excitement? Can you feel the intensity? I can see y'all over there feeling it. I got you, man. Today we have a game that, believe it or not, I will actually have no trouble pronouncing whatsoever.
I'll believe it when I see it.
And that game is called At Field for the PlayStation Vita.
Oh.
Ha! See, I can sometimes pronounce words right. Moving on. Picture, if you will, what would happen if you merge the best elements of Super Monkey Ball, Hot Shots Golf, and maybe the look and style of Space Channel 5. Well, you get this game. Whew, it's feeling a bit Sega-y in here. Now the title is a bit misleading because it doesn't really tell you what it's about. For the most part, I would categorize this as a golf game. However, there is much more to this title than meets the eye. I know, I bet you a number of you were waiting for me to say robots in disguise, but I refuse to go down that path. Now, as said before, this is mostly a golf game. However, what sets it apart from many other golf games is that you have 100% control of the ball. Yeah, for the most part. Now, before I go any further, I gotta apologize for the crudity of the following video here. Unfortunately, I don't have a capture card for my actual PlayStation Vita, only my Vita TV, so the only way I can give you a demonstration of the gameplay is like this. Don't worry, it'll be brief. The title starts off as pretty much any other golf game you've played, and when you play the very first stage, it'll seem that way. However, you'll notice that you are also given the option to maneuver the ball. Plot twist. All you have to do is hold down the trigger buttons and, using the PlayStation Vita's motion sensing controls, guide the ball into the allotted target. And yes, I said target, not golf hole. Ooh, things are getting more interesting by the minute. See, I told you this game played like Super Monkey Ball. Now, if you think that it's as straightforward as that, it gets even more complex. You see, you have a power bar meter at the bottom, and the longer you hold down the triggers to maneuver the ball, the more it will deplete. Once it's depleted, you lose control of the ball permanently for that round, which I really enjoyed about this, as it adds so much more depth and strategy to the gameplay. Oh, and trust me, you're gonna need all the strategy you can possibly muster for this, because this game ain't easy. Because like the first few 8 levels aren't so bad, you're gonna be like, this game is a cinch, man, I got this. Then once you get to level 9, you'll be like, I'm screwed. But it really does entice you to keep trying at it. It's the perfect just one more attempt kind of game. Now at the same time, I feel that this is the perfect segue into what I feel are the negatives on this game. And really there's only one thing that I didn't like about it, and that's that while you're trying to maneuver your ball with the motion controls, you have to constantly be in control of the camera at the same time, and having to balance those two can get a bit tricky and frustrating at times. Believe me, there were times that I thought my Vita hated me. Oh, why Vita? Why do you hate me so? Why, man? Why? So unfortunately, because you have to be in control of the camera 100% of the time, even when you're attempting the motion controls, does bring the fun factor down a notch, though it is something that you will eventually get used to. Had they given you the option to control the ball using the thumbsticks instead of the motion sensing, and keep the camera straight behind the ball the entire time, I think it would have made the gameplay go a lot more smoothly, in my opinion anyway. Okay, so now I shall move on to any kind of language barriers I feel this game has, and trust me, they're very little. In fact, only one that I really see here, and that's when you first start off some of the levels in this, you'll be given a brief tutorial on how to maneuver the controls and whatnot, how to do the motion sensing, how to control the ball, how to move the camera, stuff like that. And since I already explained all the controls to you guys, that's pretty much all there is to know. And even if you do forget some of the things I've mentioned here, it really doesn't take long for you to figure it out. When you first start the game, you'll have the option of creating your character. That's right, you can't choose a custom character in this. It all comes down to the creativity in your mind. And trust me, with some of the options in this game, you can really create some nightmare fuel. And holy smokes, one of the best features about this game is just the sheer amount of unlockables you can obtain. Again, when you start off, they give you kind of a minimal number of clothing, hairstyles, eye styles, even lip styles, which for some odd reason seems to have the most options at the beginning, and as you progress you eventually unlock more, and many of the items in this do actually help with your stats, such as giving you a longer power bar meter, or giving you more power when you hit the ball, things like that. And unlockables aside, other features that this game has are the ability to play local multiplayer, which I unfortunately can't do because I don't know anybody in my area that has a Vita, let alone this game. You can re-customize your character as you unlock more clothing, and it even has online access, or did have online access unfortunately. Since this is an older title, there was a time when you could actually hop online and play other people. Since then, however, it seems like the servers have been taken down because any attempts I have made to try and get online with this game, I automatically get booted out. Same thing with the stage creation. Yes, believe it or not, this game actually has a pretty robust level editor. It can be a tad basic, but I really do like the fact that it's included in this. Unfortunately, much like the online multiplayer, there was a time when you could hop on the net and download other people's courses for you to enjoy. Again, I tried doing that and I was booted out, so it doesn't look like that's functioning anymore, which is really a shame. At the time I'm making this video, you can pick up this title really cheap. I've seen it go on eBay anywhere from $12 used to about 20 bucks brand new. So it's cost efficient. And let's just face it, a game like this makes people like me who are usually terrible at golf, example of me trying to actually play golf, feel like a champion. Oh, and one other thing I feel I should mention, because of the motion controls in this game, this title is not PlayStation TV compatible. Okie dokie, my fellow Vita brothers and sisters, I guess that pretty much covers everything I wanted to mention regarding this game. So now I would like to hear your thoughts. Have I enticed you to purchase this title, or is this something that's not really up your alley? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time.